So, hello, I'm Marios, and I'm a research scientist in efood. And today I'll talk to you about this initiative regarding creating innovation by research in efood. So, probably you are aware of efood, but in general, efood enables users to purchase products online, which are delivered to them by riders in a timely fashion. What are these products? These products are primarily food, but also supermarket products and products sold by local shops like meat, flowers, etc. Efood achieves that through a tech infrastructure which operates, doesn't work, yeah, in the middle. And there is a lot of people working around this technology infrastructure, both on the technology side of things, but also in customer support, in marketing, accounting, HR, etc. But for this presentation, I will remain on the technology side of things. Okay? So, in this business context, multiple innovation opportunities arise. For instance, how to provide better user experience, or how to drive down cost of code execution, how to provide faster deliveries through better routing, or even how to introduce autonomous delivery. In order to act on these innovations, a research branch was born in efood, with a mission to innovate by research in order to realize emerging opportunities by following a principled process in order to turn a high-level specification, this innovation opportunity, into what will finally become a research prototype. It takes people with a specific attitude in order to achieve this, both a mental drive and also background. And to create impact is not necessarily synonymous to creating innovation. And this is what I would like to finish with. So the mission, the process, the people, and the impact is what I will focus on in this presentation. But before I go there, I want to make a disclaimer, in that not all opportunities require special treatment. It is perfectly normal and doable that existing engineering teams and existing business units can create innovation. But when there is a sophisticated problem that falls out of the ordinary agenda of business units, then it takes dedication and a specific set of skills in order to make it happen. What is this set of skills? A deep understanding of the problem, to be able to identify and understand the research and scientific literature around that problem, to be able to navigate the space of solutions, and finally, and most importantly, to be able to pick, adjust, and improve a solution, or if you are unlucky or very pioneer, to create a new one from scratch. So having said that, our mission can take multiple flavors. Typically, we aim to create new advantages, new competitive advantages. Sometimes we are put in a position to outperform the competitive advantage of rivals. After all, there are other very smart people in this world. But what we always keep an eye for is how to disrupt the global business landscape. And this might seem like the definition of overstatement, but although it is extremely difficult, it is totally doable. Other people have done it in the past. We are people as well, right? So we consider it and aim for it, because otherwise it is definitely not going to happen. So this is a bold mental drive that we nurture in our people. The second element that I will talk about is the process. And the process comprises both sequential steps, but also short cycle iterations. To begin with, we formulate a research problem out of this innovation opportunity, and we establish the status quo in the company with respect to that problem. And then we enter a cycle of iterations going back and forth from the state of the art to plan and execution. And this is where all the adventure takes place. So with state of the art, I don't only mean studying papers from day to night. We frequently go where the action is, so this is taken from last week in Seattle with Faedra, where we interact with the research community, we draw inspiration, we exchange ideas, we present our contributions, Of course we aim to attract talent. And that is the first part. And for the second part as well, the plan and execution, this is also a part that we don't remain isolated from the rest of the company, not only in efood, but also with other engineering teams and product teams in Germany, Argentina, South Korea, etc., where the objective is to share our progress towards milestones, to share tentative results. It is mainly a reality check that we are heading where we want to go. And the end product of all of this process is basically to deliver a research prototype that will potentially have great impact. But this is not the only product that we want to deliver. We also want to give back to the research community, right? We get generous contributions, accumulated knowledge and wisdom over decades. So we definitely stand the soldiers of others, and we want to contribute back to research. The third element that I want to talk about is the people, and it takes a mix of technical skills and personality traits in order to build a strong research team. So it is part of our everyday routine to dive into scientific concepts and theory, down to translating those into scalable and stable software, while being able to deal with implementation aspects at the level of algorithms, data structures, programming languages, computer systems. And for the bottom part, what we look for is basically a bold and passionate attitude, bold and passionate character. And this also implies a natural sense of curiosity and the tendency to continuous learning. We deal with uncharted territory very, very frequently in our work routine. Finally, we need to be graceful, humble, and collaborative in order to basically accommodate each other in the team and use our individual intelligence in a way that promotes the team as a whole. There is no room for being equal. And this is, so basically this set of personality traits allows us to put commitment to our vision over physical proximity. We don't have to be in the same place. We need to share the same vision. This is what we commit for. So this research team is spread over Europe, from Greece to Turkey to Netherlands so far. And we periodically get together for face-to-face sprints. So for instance, 2 weeks ago we were in the Netherlands. Finally, I wanted to close with a distinction between creating innovation and creating impact, because the product of our work, we don't want to keep it to ourselves. We don't want it to be bound to efood. On the contrary, we want to share it to other brands of Delivery Hero around the world, which spans more than 70 countries over 4 continents. And one aspect that I love about research is that it is scalable. It's scalable in the sense that if you manage to make a contribution, if you manage to create an innovation, you can basically reproduce that countless times with zero or low effort. But it is not really the case in practice, because it is not trivial how to share research prototypes and innovation across brands around the world who, due to varying technologies, infrastructure, and cultural aspects that manifest in the data, because all of these brands have their own priorities, headaches, and constraints, and it is very, very important that we make it effortless for them to be able to test out the product of our work. So our answer to this is basically not to ship anything, but try, think hard how to allow the brands to integrate with us, to have local deployments of our products, to make it really simple and even seamless to try out, even in production, what we have accomplished. So to recap, I strongly believe that research can produce innovations of high value, given the right mission, process, people, and innovations in plan. And our approach is to build a highly skilled research team with a passion to realize our vision while maintaining strong ties with the research community and regular collaboration with engineers. Okay, so there is Q&A. I'm going to pass. Sure, please.
If you can share with us some examples of your research results applied into practice in your company, in efood,
Right.
and that perhaps that they might outperform the competition as well.
Okay, so the question is, can you provide examples of your work in efood? Are they able to outperform competition? So one example of a research area that we are working on is basically it's called, the research community is called recommender systems, and it regards how to provide better recommendations to the users of your service, right? And this is very important because it can directly influence business metrics. So there is a lot of motivation around the world to do that. So, for instance, companies like Netflix, Shopify, etc., have large teams working on recommender systems. This is one aspect that we are working on, and there are specific algorithms and processes that we develop and test in order to work on this. Yes, please.
Is the application designed by from scratch or it comes from somewhere else?
Which application?
This mobile app.
If it is designed by us, you mean?
Yeah, from scratch or
Not by us, but there are people in this room that basically design and implement it. So what we deal with is specific, let's say, not even components, specific algorithms that run in the back in order to provide recommendations. There are no software components that you can see in the application and you can directly map those to our work. These are these guys over here. Yes, please. Right, so the question is, does locality play a role in recommendation algorithms? Yes, it does. Locality in the sense of whether the same algorithm in different countries can behave differently. That is how we mean locality in this question. So the answer is definitely yes. And this is something that we see a lot in our group of companies because, well, to give you an example, I think in Vietnam they don't have roads. I mean, they don't have street addresses. So the way that you can take that into account is really, really different than what we have in Europe. Okay, I think, yes, that's it. So, thanks again.